Welcome back, Commander.
Welcome back. Yeah, love seems to be an octagon. So, no commonality there. Trace, are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah, Mike.
Well, we didn't hear you.
Okay.
Oh, no, that means my introduction was probably muted too. Oh,
Yes, it was.
bummer. All right, then hello again. This
Your
is...
mic making it... Go on.
Hello again, this is Droids Majestus, and we're starting the second leg, or the third and final leg of the outbound journey, and bringing the mining ship out to the Emerald Tablet, and I just realized that I forgot to name the mining ship. And it's now carrier upkeep night, so that's even better. Let's see.
And speaking about that, Philip, you need to go
Yes,
catch
I
your
got
seeker
them.
missiles. Are you dead? Cool.
Not the secret, the...
Mining lances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
got 4 of them and then left the power.
good.
Yeah, that's probably plenty, yeah. All right, so it cost me 19,733 in extra services. However, I know there is a commander out there this week. Oh, yes. And so the carrier balance went up this week instead of down. I think. Let's see. 6, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 4, 483. It at least did. I had some savings. Okay, so instead of costing me 24,700, it only cost me 10 mil. A savings of 14 mil 700K. So thank you very much. Hold on, I might even have your name. Let me go over to FleetCom. El Solar. Don't know what your commander name is, El Solar or Isolar. Isolar. That's not an L. That's an I. Isolar. Okay. Thank you very much for frequenting the carrier this week, and I very much appreciate your selling your expiration data there. Okay.
We're getting the feedback
From Philip. All right, so that's the carrier. At some point, I have to put a column on here that will give me the date that the carrier is funded through. But I don't think quite yet. It's currently funded through. It looks like 1 week beyond my planned. Oh no, 3 weeks beyond my plan. No, dang it! Oh, it's January 1st, so it's only 2 weeks beyond. 2 weeks beyond my planned stay on the station. So it's I'm funded 2 weeks past when I promised I would be there, which is cool. Now, let me make sure that the Sorcerer Supreme is on its way over here. It will arrive tomorrow.
What, your courier?
Mm-hmm. So it will. It's basically been taking 2 days to go between each carrier.
Okay.
Now, one thing I should do here. Livery. I need to come up with a name for this ship. It's called Imperial Cutter.
This is your mining ship for what? Basically just tritium, isn't it?
Basically just tritium, yeah.
Deep Space Horizon?
How about fill it and go?
I like
But
it.
that might be too many letters. Would that fit?
Oh, no, that fits just fine. With spaces in between and all.
Oh, okay.
That great name.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Well, you know, it's kind of like you fill it and you go, and it makes your big ship go, go, go. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, the fill it and go is ready.
If nothing else, it's going to make people stop and look at it and say, what the hell?
I do like that. All right, cool. Galaxy map.
Gotta have some fun. You can't have all badass names like the Beast and the Dark Hammer.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
I don't know. I got one called Truck. All right, so Emerald Tablet.
I'm waiting for Cody to name one of his battleships. I got you, Princess.
Okay, so I could close that down. I don't need any of those anymore. What I need is the neutron plotter.
Neutron plotter.
Now, both of these systems are in EDDB, so D2, 244. Source. Whoops. Yeah, that's correct.
Good miss there, Philip. Oops. I'm not going to compliment you anymore. That was a good miss on missing the hanging debris in the frickin' station, and you nosedive right into the mail slot.
I don't know. I was lined up. There must have been a hanging piece of metal or something.
No,
that I
you
didn't
nosed it
notice.
down it right at the left.
Okay. So this claims it's 240 jumps, which I can probably
Emerald tablet?
to the Emerald Tablet. Yep.
Woo, get in there.
Nice.
That's 15 less jumps than it originally plotted to get to the Unicorn's Rest, even though it's more distance.
Right.
So I guess there's more neutron stars on the way. So I will replot the other one because the neutron star thing was off. And it didn't replot. Oh, there it is. Good. And this thing says there's 256 jumps. So we'll have to see. But this one always ended up a little longer because it's not as it doesn't use the neutron star as aggressively. It does one neutron star jump and then one or more regular jumps. Whereas I can get the neutron, well, sometimes it'll do two if you the first two jumps will be neutron stars, and then everything, then it goes one per. Any rate, let's get this show on the road here. We've only got an hour tonight to get from here to there, so here to as far as we can go.
You have liftoff.
I'll bet you be to the Emerald Tablets by Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I can see that.
Engage.
There's
Charging
no
FTL.
rush anyway, because
Triplet.
he has to wait until
Landing
his
gear
ship gets to the carrier.
Yeah, but it'll be like a day and a half or so.
Thing is, the courier will be at this carrier tomorrow about noon.
Speed restrictions have been
Okay.
lifted.
So as soon as I get to the other carrier, I can start shipping it. Engage.
Preparing for warp.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see. What?
I gotta supercharge my FSD.
Well, that does help.
Yeah.
For some strange reason.
For some strange reason, yeah. I'm only a light second from the star, so just very carefully turn towards the star here. Which way is the star? Okay, the star is that way. I need to turn the other way. Let's see if I have enough cone.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive
Yep, plenty of cone. Okay. Alright, let's line it up and go. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Charging FTL.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Since they're a terrorist attack in those systems, I wonder what kind of signal sources would be there.
I don't know.
I don't think the state really changes, though. I'll check once I'm in the station, see what the state
System
is.
scan complete.
Safe to check.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Was you getting better missions at that in Zoltar?
Well, better than the last run of
Okay.
the system.
Okay. Yeah, after
I'm
you've
going
been there
to-
for a while and make like a couple of trips or 3 trips or 4 trips, it goes down
Yeah.
and down and down until you ain't getting nothing. So you just move on to the next
After
one.
this one, yeah. After this one, I'm going to do the Navy mission, and then once that's done, if I need more Federation, I'll head back to Seoul.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing for war.
It
Well,
should
you can
be
head to
restocked
Felicia
by then.
Winters.
Huh?
Felicia Winters is a Federation. Her system is damaged.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2.
But I could use
And
the
then,
two Empire back too, so I need to make sure I don't get more than I really need. Because from the sound of things, by Thursday it's going to change to repairing them.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift
Well,
drive supercharged.
I'd work to the Federation and get the Corvette because you want the Corvette more than you want the cutter.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But I need to know how much rep I actually need.
Engage.
Oh, that's true.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing to fold space.
Well, I know I need a lot, so I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to...
Yeah.
Keep go.
I probably have like 2 ranks stacked at the moment.
You never know. In this system I'm at is another Federation that's got a damaged starship. Or damaged... blah.
Bad time.
What?
Now it's locked up on me. It's free now.
Oh.
It happened before I got into the mail slot. So that's
I don't know
good.
why you don't buy a new one. They're not that much. Okay.
And the spot's right here.
Well, we're gonna find out what these damn things pop. Because I'm in this one that has a damaged system in it. So I'm gonna go out here to this high and see what it pops.
I don't think there is a state as such. It's just emergency protocol.
Well, I'm going to this labor of RHEA, and it says state none. So, but they have had a terrorist attack in this system.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see. It may be nothing but
Yep.
just average, everyday, whatever.
That's what it sounds like.
Ooh, Mooch is on, M-O-C-H, Mooch. He's over here in the system with me. Passengers want that AC. They're gonna get that bloody AC.
Okay.
You want the air conditioner on?
Tell them they're lucky they're not cooking in the station.
Be careful or you'll end up being human s'mores. Or shish kebabs, whatever you want to call them. But anyways, I just thought it would be interesting since I haven't been in these systems. I've been in most of them, but not all of them. In these systems, I'm just going to fly around and investigate the damn system. These people's names, Bahamut.
Bahamut.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moot.
It's Sumerian.
Bahamut.
System
Yep.
scan complete.
Yeah, well,
Galaxy map.
looks like more like
Here's the
Bahamut.
galaxy map, Commander.
It is a yeah. Bahamut is a legendary. It's a legendary figure in Sumerian mythology.
Otherwise, an imagination.
No, otherwise, I don't remember if it's a if Bahamut is a just an immortal being or a god. Said they had a different differentiation there. Engage.
Yeah.
Cannot comply.
Preparing to fold space.
Talking with the son of a god.
Somebody's just flying a T-69 out of them places.
Yeah, I can believe it. It's a beautiful ship to do it.
Another guy that says T9.
T9 would be rough, but a T6 would be beautiful.
In fact, a lot of people say T7's better than the T9 in this situation.
The T9 is so hard to fit between the debris inside the ship.
It pops core dynamics, proprietary composites.
Engage.
Preparing for war.
Charging.
Okay, let's go to school and pick these little puppies up the old-fashioned way.
Now that was a smooth exit.
Sorry, it wasn't wanted.
So who are you watching go out in front of you?
Who?
Asking Philip, who went out in front of him. I mean, Philip can't possibly have a smooth exit.
No one was in front of me.
That he could see.
I'm
For all the
shocked.
smoke.
Operating beyond safety.
Yeah, I know.
Breach.
Well, it's like I was bragging on him. He missed that one piece of freaking debris. And then he smacks into the mail slot. It's like, geez, give me a break.
At least I was able to remedy that real fast. I don't
Codex.
know how I hit the mail slot though.
I do. You tilted your nose down. One thing about it, I flew planes and did road construction, and I could tell when people are not doing things correctly, even by just watching how a ship or whatever they're handling moves. Same way with where I bet you Trace can look and see how you're handling your computer to tell you that, you know, you did something off.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
As long as we do, it's not hard to spot the mistakes.
No, when you've flown enough.
Yeah. When you know how the plane or the ship's supposed to handle, yeah, it's real easy.
Oh, that's a better route. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing to
charged.
fold space.
Well, that didn't take long. 3 jumps in, and then now it's 241 instead of 256.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating
Flew
beyond
right through it.
safety
But what?
The cone, I didn't turn in time.
Oh,
I went bombing right through and out the other side.
that's not how you do that.
No, it's not. But I couldn't get that ship to
Not
turn
even
quick
flying
enough.
Towards it.
Yeah, it's a lot better than flying towards it. That would have been
Yeah.
right back at the carrier again.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety
So much
limits.
for your schedule.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
There we go.
When Down to Earth Astronomy told how they used to mine
System scan.
when they didn't have collector Olympus, how they used to try to line it shit up all the time. It's like, no freaking way.
That must have been so dreadful.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Mining was definitely difficult earlier.
Yep.
But then again, you also didn't have prospecting limpets, so you only had 12 off of each off of each rock.
Yeah. It would. But let's look at it this way. It was a lot easier to mine than it was to discover stuff back then.
I don't know about that.
A lot
Don't
easier to
think-
mine than what?
At least when you blow up the rocks, you see where the mining materials drop,
Engage.
where the ores drop.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing
Oh,
for
that's true. Yeah, right. Right. Well, that was an alpha, where you had to fly all the way out to everything to find it. When they, actually released the game, the FSS, it would at least, when you blew the horn, find where everything is. You still had to fly out to it to see what it was,
Yeah.
but you would at least know where everything is. In Alpha and Beta, you'd blow the horn, and you wouldn't get anything.
Yeah.
And you'd basically have to fly around the system blowing the horn over and over again.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, that's no fun.
Nope.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Joe said that you'd become good enough that you could take your ship and scan it around, and when you see a wave, a distortion,
Mm-hmm.
you'd fly to that distortion.
Mm.
And your planet would show up.
Mm.
Yeah, that was before I joined it, so I luckily did not have to deal with that crap.
And he also said that you either got damn good on flying by coordinates, or you didn't find nothing.
Yep.
System scan complete.
because everything had coordinates, and so you had to be really good on watching your coordinates on your display.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
He said he finally posted my great big giant coordinate map up on its wall. Big enough where he could sit there and just kind of, right behind his computer, where he could sit there and just kind of flip back, lift his eyes up, down, so he know which way to turn the ship.
Engage.
And pitch his nose up, down, or sideways, or whichever way he needed to change the course. he said, you talk about one, take the whole computer and throw it out the window.
Yeah. At least they improved. This game would have never gotten off the ground if it had stayed that way.
But he said once you got them down, you can find anything.
Yeah.
It's the same way with using a compass. If you don't know how to use a compass right, you're lost totally all the time. But if you know how to use the shadows and the compass and the distance, you can pinpoint anything.
Yep.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
It's just a bitch of getting the mechanics down. Where are you going now?
I'm
Bill?
heading back to Narb.
Bill? Oh yeah, you're gonna do your naval missions. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. You get both Federation and Imperial there? Empire?
I just went up in Empire rank
Galaxy map.
last night.
Okay.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
And I'm Baron now, so 2 more ranks, I think.
I can
Will
tell
get
you
me
real
a
quick.
cutter. But I think I need 4 ranks for, at least 4 for Rear Admiral.
You
So I
need
more.
Vice Count, and then Earl.
Oh,
and
okay.
then-
They have
and then-
discounts.
You need Vice Count, Earl, Marquise, and then the Duke.
Oh, okay.
So you still need 4 in Empire.
It's rank 7 on both, so. Engage. Oh, excuse me. Engage.
Preparing to feed space.
I'm happy that's the system.
What?
Running low on fuel. But I still can turn into economy and I'll be able to fly across the entire bubble if I wanted to.
Even with economy, you need to fuel up.
No, I wouldn't
Okay.
need to.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety
It
limits.
takes so little fuel to move this thing. If you're not going to the max, it's not funny. If it's not jumping the maximum range, it barely takes a slither.
Okay.
Now watch them have to call the fuel rats.
I haven't had to yet.
There's always a first time.
There's the key word.
Yet.
Water World. Somebody else can have it.
Doggone, you're generous.
Yeah.
A second water world. Somebody else can have it.
Oh, damn, you're generous.
I got time to make. I gotta go distance.
Not just don't even have us. Have us just honk and go.
System scan.
Yeah, don't even look. Make
Yeah.
you sick.
Yeah, I know.
No, I mean, I want to get some data,
I know it.
but I'm, not going for a lot. Galaxy map.
Yeah, watch you find
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
like 6 systems in a row that have an Earth-like.
Oh, God.
You're not gonna turn your back on that.
Depends. If somebody's been there and they've mapped it, well, I'll keep going. If no one else has been to the system, I may have to just stop. Engage.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
You say if no one's been there, like that's a requirement that's hard to reach. I mean, look
Not
at
where
where
he's
you
at,
are.
it isn't.
There's a lot of systems where no one's been to.
That's right.
Yep. But more people have been to the ones along this route than other places nearby.
Straight shot. It's kind of like nebulas. I mean, when you go to the nebula, everybody's beat a trail there, so.
Yeah.
Unless you just happen to have the oddball ship with the oddball jump range, you're
Yeah.
going to hit a lot of systems somebody else did.
Speaking of which, what is the cuttage jump range?
45 and change. Average
Okay.
average distance ship.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty standard.
The courier is north of 50 when I get it to go back.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a more stranger jump range.
We'll see.
If people have a ship that can go over 50, usually they head for like around 70, 73, somewhere around there.
Alrighty.
I need to request docking.
No, you don't. Just fly right in there. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
They won't complain. They won't blow your ass up. Sure.
They shouldn't. I'm allied with their sorry asses. I should have my name on one of the damn pads. I should have a named parking spot.
No. They give out that ally ranking like, popcorn, so. Doesn't mean nothing.
Oh, almost 1 pixel off of approach. Oh well.
Trace. When when Octasy comes out, I have as a test that we gotta do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna land on the planet. You can remain in the ship.
Yep.
I'm gonna shoot something off of a mineral thing. See if I can't reach down and pick it up and throw it up there and you catch it.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Galaxy
Yeah,
map.
I don't know if they're gonna allow that.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Not, but you think that they would allow you to pick stuff up.
Spooling
Yeah, who knows?
preparing for
Because I was
jump.
thinking you're way out there and that guy in that sidewinder that's out there that they had to put the material on the top of the SRV somehow and then flip it up there in the air to him.
Yep. Now entering Newton's fault. One region across. I mean, the thing they did well with that, I mean, it was in a sighting. And the guy was a phenomenal pilot. I mean, he'd been flying the sighty the same sighty every night for years. Going down, fooling around, you know, this, that, and the other thing. I don't even want to know how much exploration data he had with taking a sighty out to Beagle.
Probably massive.
Yeah.
Because I don't imagine he had a very big jump range.
A-rated sighty, no engineering.
So what, 10, 12, 14 light years at the most?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. But if you don't know any difference, it doesn't bother you.
Well, I mean, at that point when he left, there wasn't any different.
Yeah.
Age.
If that's what you're used to your jump range being, you don't miss not being able to jump.
Yeah.
That's like me. I could talk myself into thinking, yeah, it'd be nice to have a 70, 80 light year jump, but look at all them systems you're missing. So I can convince myself to take the lower jump range ship and get more data.
Really? A courier mission, huh?
Well, that ought to be easy, but you'll probably still get interdicted.
And I put on the cargo rack too. Ready for
Pretty
cargo,
Earth-like.
boy.
Pretty. Almost looks like Earth.
I was expecting you to be in the Sol system, and I was going to be like, because it is Earth.
No.
$22 light years of jump range.
What?
Ow.
Oh, the sighty?
Sighty, yeah. Same as Yellowhead coming out.
Wow, that's...
That was,
I hate to imagine how long it takes them to get anywhere.
He didn't care. And he went on economy.
Ouch.
yeah,
That's-
I do too, some of the time. If I'm not running with a group, if I'm not running with a group, yeah. If I set me a destination, yeah, I'm on economy.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he started out playing the game. The only thing he was interested in is exploring.
Yeah.
So he got his first ship, you know, Sidewinder, did what he needed to do to A-rate it, and then left the bubble.
It never came back.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think he finally made it back, didn't he?
I don't know. He might have stayed out there.
I think they were talking about somebody who'd been out there for years that finally made it back in.
Wow. Oh, if they're talking about that, it was him.
You gotta understand the exploration data he collected all the way back when is only gonna pay them the amount that it was paying back then, which wasn't much.
Yep.
Yeah, but just the shit on volume. You know, 5 years of exploration data.
Oh, yeah. He probably had 30, 40 billion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that his little Sidewinder had a computer big enough.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, wouldn't that be a bitch? You get out there and all of a sudden your computer says,
Yeah.
Computer full.
That's one thing I'm surprised this game doesn't have. Upgradable computers.
Wouldn't be a
System scan complete.
no. Bad gameplay.
You think?
Yep. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
But that's basically a 2D shield generator and a cargo rack, a 2E cargo rack, and everything else derated except the FSD.
and why would he have a cargo rack?
He might not.
Yeah.
Let's see, if he doesn't have the cargo rack, he gains no difference.
Well, I'm just saying, he doesn't have an SRV.
Yeah.
There ain't none of the stations out there to do any missions.
Engage.
Oh, this is pretty.
Frameshift drive.
Spool
It's
line
got
SPL
trees
engines
and a
preparing for
fountain, statues. Wow.
Oh, you found one of those stations that has all the kind of greenery and stuff, huh?
Hey, MS.
Hello, Emma.
Hi, Emma.
That's pretty.
Sorry to hear you're having connection problems.
Oh, I was having him earlier, so. If you're talking about in the game,
Yeah, he's having trouble with his Xbox connecting to the game and staying connected.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
well, I don't have an Xbox, but
Yeah, I don't know about, you know, Xbox.
well, this is just a pretty little station here. I've not seen some that got my attention like this one has.
What color are the landing pads, though?
There are chrome with blue, baby
Okay.
blue.
It may be a server issue right now where they're futzing around with the beta. They may be short on servers. I don't know. Yeah,
Kind of,
I can't answer for what they're doing, so Can only hope for the best. Galaxy map.
It has chrome
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
statues and stuff of a man and a woman, and the man's holding his hand out. The woman, she's, yeah, pretty cool shit here.
Yep. Next time I cross into a new zone, it will be to the Hieronymus Delta.
Oh no! I'm
Engage.
9% short of
Changing
another rank.
FTL.
I'm lieutenant commander now. Next
Okay,
rank
hang
is
on a minute.
captain, I think.
Lieutenant Commander. Lieutenant Commander.
Yep.
Next, I think.
Post Commander.
Hold on. After the next jump, I'll show you where I'm at and where I'm going. Alright, let's get this thing supercharged.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
That was for Federation, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
This one's in a kind of a neat nebula.
Lieutenant Commander is number 9, and you got to go to number 12. So
Okay.
right after Lieutenant Commander is Post Commander, Post Captain, then Rear Admiral.
Okay. Okay. Not that bad then.
System scan complete.
Alright.
Actually, should
Galaxy map.
get it during this event.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
You should.
Alright. So,
If you concentrate on just Federation, you will.
I just left a carrier right here, which is the Unicorn's Rest from the DSSA. The bubble is way the heck back here. Colonia is over around here. And so basically I've made this route out here, and I'm heading for my carrier with a mining ship to leave on it. And then I'll take a distance ship back. Yeah, come a long way in just a couple of weeks. So my carrier is right here. It's actually part of the Deep Space Support Array. So it's sitting out there, and anybody who does not have notoriety may feel free to dock at my carrier and repair their ship, turn in their exploration data, refuel, whatever they need to do. If they want to give me some tritium, I won't say no. Or sell me some tritium. It's set at galactic minimum on buy, so whatever. Yeah, that's where I'm going. There's actually, I saw a report or a post on my carrier owners forum that one of the other carrier owners visited my ship this week. Yeah, it's quite the voyage. When we brought this carrier out here with Commander Lindeb and Commander Yellow Ticket and others who joined us along the way, we actually brought the carrier out from the bubble to Explorer's Anchorage right near Sagittarius A. all the way out to approximately, somewhere in the area of this marker here, which marks one of the routes across the abyss to get to Beagle Point. But there weren't any DSSA carrier openings in this sector. However, one opened up in the Hieronymus Delta over here, and so I claimed this spot here. There's another carrier in this sector. He's over here in the corner somewhere. But the thing about this one is this is the closest carrier to Route 66, which goes across the abyss somewhere right about here, to get to Beagle Point. So it's a very nice location to have a carrier where, if you're going across Route 66, it gives you, a last point of repair and, selling your exploration data before you take the very risky route to get to Beagle Point. It's one of the riskier routes to get to Beagle Point. There is another one further out here, but you need, I think it's an 80 light year jump after you get across to come back to Beagle. Good luck with that. Any case, yeah.
Boss man, you forgot two important things.
What did I forget?
One, your carrier is parked by a nebula. And two, it's not too far from a mysterious exclusion zone where you can't get through.
Well, that's also true, yes. So, yeah, it's, basically right on this edge of this pretty nebula right here. And then there's an exclusion zone over in this area of what is it, the Fomorian frontier, I believe what it's called. There's a tremendous area where you just can't get into. There's also another one back here. Nobody knows what's in them. They're permit locked. They're some part of the future story of the game, but it's a very nicely positioned carrier to explore those areas. So I'm really happy with the spot that I got, and I'm just bringing this mining ship out to the carrier so that if I should ever decide to move it, I have a mining ship out there to mine stuff, and I just have to use a distance ship to get out there. Don't have to make a dual-purpose ship. But, yeah, it's a long trip. I mean, I've got, 9,870 light years left to go, and I'm already probably 4/5 of the way out there. No problem. Glad to, show what's going on here. I mean, there's just, one thing I like about the, the DSSA network. I mean, I'm using the DSSA network to get out here. So I went from Colonia to the DSSA Enigma, and from the DSSA Enigma to the DSSA Unicorn's Rest, and now I'm going to my Emerald Tablet. So at each of those places, I sold off all the exploration data I got in between. And so if I blow up, I'll respawn back at the class carrier I was at. It's one way of making. That's kind of the point of the Deep Space Support Array. We make exploration safer. You don't lose as much going from carrier. If you keep visiting carriers and selling off your exploration data, well, it's sold off. Plus, you can repair your ship. Right now, I don't think there's anywhere in the universe that you're not at most 10,000 light years from a carrier. At most. Most places you're under 5,000 light years from a carrier. And that's a carrier with repair facilities. So there's 2 to 3 carriers in every single sector of the galaxy. I mean, There's even two out here. There's one at Beagle Point, and there's another one at the around. Let's see, where is it? So it's over here. So that, I mean, there's two out by Beagle Point. You know, mine here, another one over here on this one. I forget where the ones are in the Fomorian. I mean, we literally, you know, laid out across the entire galaxy.
I'm actually surprised there's only two at Beagle Point. I would assume there would be like a dozen or so there.
It's DSSA carriers, Philip. And
oh, okay, you just mean strictly DSS. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing with I mean, Elite Dangerous is it really brings together groups that want to work together to do good things. You've got the Fuel Rats, who are more than happy to, you know, if you post on their channel and say, I'm on Xbox and I'm at this location, they'll say, okay, log off, we'll have someone there in, you know, at this time tomorrow. You know, they'll arrange a rendezvous time. You log in and open, they meet you, they refuel you, you're good to go. Then there's the hull seals. If you have completely busted up your ship and have no hull and no canopy left, well, write down where you are, log out, and call the hull seals, and they'll show up with repair limpets and repair your hull and canopy. So there's then there's the Rockhounds, and they keep a mining database on where the best mining spots are around the galaxy for every single mineable material or commodity, whatever, that you can mine. They also track all of the planets and what raw materials you can find on the planets. So, yeah, you know, there's a lot of different community-focused groups that have sprung up in-game to help the rest of the players be able to play the game in a more reasonable way than just playing the game itself. Yeah, it's the same thing with the folks who have built the different tools that are, you know, used externally, like the EDDB, the Elite Dangerous Database, and a lot of the other tools are built off of that, such as Inara, and several of the mining tools and several of the route plotting tools. There's a whole community that's grown up around this game to provide additional capabilities and facilities around the game to make the game more enjoyable for everyone. So, of all the MMOs I've played, this is the only one I've ever seen with such broad community support between players. And that's despite the fact that in open there is a ton of gankers. There's also groups in that area in open, and if you're having trouble with gankers, you can post on their discords, and they will happily show up in the system you're in and give those gankers the time of their lives. So, yep. I mean, the other funny thing is there's another group that's been starting up. I haven't paid too much attention to it, but they're a group of basically anti-gankers who are into mining support. And for, 10 or 20 ore, they will happily hang around and keep the pirates off your back, so that you could just sit there, mine and open in a Hazres, and you have somebody sitting there protecting you.
Oh, I didn't know that group existed.
Oh yes, oh yes, they do. In fact, they're funny because there's folks in the more common mining spots. There are folks from that will just hang around and offer protection services for a certain amount of ore. It's for 10 tons an hour.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's, when you're
Not bad.
no, it's not bad. In most of this mining stuff, you go 50 to 100 tons an hour. You give them 10, and you're safe because the guy is sitting there with a Corvette loaded to the gills, or a Python loaded to the gills, or some other combat ship. Yeah, with fighters.
Yeah.
So, and you can basically, if you arrange with these guys, you can mine in open with no fear.
Huh.
Because they wing up with you.
Yeah.
And you hand them a few tons. It's like, here, have some tonnage. Here you go. Sure. I'll mine a couple hundred tons. You can have your 10 or 15, whatever you want. Have a nice day. It's crazy.
Or if you get a not a courier, but a cargo mission, you could call them to be an escort for you, and then they'll land and they get it. Like when we sell, they'll get a certain percentage of what you sell.
Yep. There are cargo escorts that will wing up with you and defend.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll defend you for the cut that you get when you get into the station.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it actually doesn't cost the commander nothing because
No, they just
comes out of the station. Yeah. Yeah, in Elite there's there's 15, 20 different things you can specialize in. You can specialize in exploration, which is actually my favorite activity.
Mine too.
You could specialize in trading. You can specialize in specific types of trading too. There was one point where I was running Imperial slaves early on before they fixed a lot of the other stuff in the game. And I had this 3-system run where one of the legs was an Imperial slave run, and the other 2 legs were just of lesser goods to optimize the return. So basically, it's Imperial slaves along one aluminum along another run, and coming back was some sort of food stuff, and that just made going straight forth, back and forth, just running the slaves was less efficient than doing a 3-station jump, and with 3 different materials, 2 of which were relatively expensive, and the other one was it covered the fuel cost anyway. I did that for a while. I did mining for a long time because I wanted to afford a carrier, and that was the best money in the game.
2 almost broken levels.
Yeah, pretty much.
The money you can make. It was insane.
Yep, and within the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, they modified the payouts of the different things so that you can make approximately the same amount of money doing any of the several different things that you can do in the game.
Combat's actually worth it now.
Yeah, they brought combat up to the point where you're affording your rebuy easily. You can actually make good money doing bounty hunting. But if you want to go be a pirate, go be a pirate. It's also available.
They do need to give exploration a small buff. Specifically, make Meadow Rich and Water Giants worth something. That would be nice.
Yeah. I think the exploration payout is fine.
The payout overall is fine, but those 2 planets need serious upgrade.
Yeah, maybe.
They're among the rarest planets, and they give you jack.
Yes, but they're not valuable.
True, but they should be.
Well, they're not. Anyway.
It's after 10, by the way.
Yes, you are correct, and I do have to get to work in the morning. So,
How far are you away?
oh, I didn't get very far. How far did I get? Well, I made 1,500 light years tonight. Actually, I may get, since I'm already supercharged, I may get another 2 jumps in. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Well, I already said goodnight to the stream, but oh well.
Yeah. Well, I'll get one more jump in just because that'll, actually, I'm just going to sit, I'll just sit here, I'll charge myself up again tomorrow. That way I can keep the route efficient. Alright, so we basically made 1,500 light years tonight on the 11,500 journey, so about 10K left to go. Yeah, just a few more nights. Maybe Saturday will be the night we get to the carrier. We shall see. In any case, I am completely out of time for tonight. I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the stream tonight. It was great having you all. MS, thank you very much for joining us in the chat. It's always good to talk to people. I actually really enjoy it. It's one of the better. You know, as you notice, I kind of stopped jumping around just so I could talk with you and, you know, give the conversation the attention it needs and deserves. And Philip and Lynn, thank you very much for joining me in the wing tonight. As always, it's been a pleasure.
Yep.
And with that, it's time for me to say goodnight. So that's all for now. This is Terrace Majestus signing out.